DD214 Network podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now, because we have you.
There it is. There it is. Uh-oh.
There he is.
Nope. There we go. Can you hear me again?
Yes, got it.
Okay. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome and good evening. This is the DD214 Network podcast hosted by John Clean Sanchez, Jay, the #1 cocksmith, and myself, Joe Tex Squillini. Y'all better look the fuck out today. Our crayons are sharp, the box is full, our bottle of glue is topped off, and our helmets are on tight, baby. We about to rism with the tism. Let's get this fucking episode rolling.
Absolutely.
I gotta say, lately you've been having so many audio issues. That's your fucking karma for all the fucking jokes you motherfuckers have been putting on me for the last 5 years.
Pressing all your fucking buttons, John. Pressing all your fucking buttons, huh, John?
And Gio's next.
Gotta play with the buttons, don't you? Don't you?
So that was actually self-induced. I accidentally remember, John, how I was talking about how I was starting to have the USB-C problem with my mic that you had.
Yep.
But unfortunately, my mic's out of warranty, so I'm going to have to buy a new one soon.
Yep.
I knocked into the fucking USB-C cord, and it fucking came out a little bit.
That's what she said.
Well, and I was just gonna say, 9 times out of 10, maybe even like 95 times out of 100, it's usually operator error, anyways, right? Usually, not always, but usually. We hate admitting when we're wrong, don't we? We fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yes, we fucking do. Man, we got a lot going on in the world, and outside of it too.
And outside of it, which is pretty kick-ass.
Well, first off, did you guys watch the launch?
Yes, I not live. I watched a replay. Of it.
We got to watch it live. It was
badass,
emotional.
This was Artemis 2, right?
Artemis 2, and then Artemis 3 flies out to land on the moon in 28.
Yeah, I watched Artemis 1 live.
Going on
with my with my kids. I watched Artemis 1 that one launch, and then I watched the replays of this one, and I've been keeping up with the new. I've been keeping up with the news on it.
So as of right before the show started, they lost connection right now with Artemis 2. It was an expected loss of signal though. And what this means is that right now they are currently on the other side of the moon. Jay's favorite part,
the dark side. Dark side.
So right now, the NASA stream right now is just playing a bunch of documentary stuff regarding Artemis, the Artemis program. But this was the last position that we got to see before. What's going on, Jay? Before they lost signal. So within before the show ends, we should hear
that they're back in contact.
Yeah.
Hatefulness, good to see you. Freaking still love the name. Fucking love that name. I'm all about that shit.
Yeah, and too simplified. It's too simple. It's really cool. I mean, the last image that we got to see before the signal loss was an image of the Earth and the moon together, and you can see the Earth in the background, with a crescent light on it. And I mean, the NASA photos that they've been putting out about this have been incredible.
I just want to go on record and state unequivocally, for all of you flat Earth believing, moon landing hoax freaking believing conspiracy theorists out there, you're all fucking stupid. And like this shit proves all of you fucking wrong. And I'm so happy to piss all over your fucking stupid theories. Okay, because like we did this shit back in the fucking late 60s and early 70s too.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, look at that photo.
Big double fuck you to all the fucking idiots out there. All you anti-science motherfucking morons. Big double fuck you to all of you.
Yeah, so look at this photo that was taken by one of the astronauts as they were leaving.
Yeah,
I mean, look, you got Aurora Borealis up here, you got some Aurora Borealis down there. And then just a couple hours ago, we got this.
So not only is Earth flat, but so is the moon.
Absolutely.
You fucking stop. Fucking stop. We're not entertaining that shit on this show. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, you want to know something too? I remember you told us that the moon was made of cheese. Where's all the fucking cheese at?
Right? I know, right? Like, where's my cheese at? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He too simplified says more flatter than my ass.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but yep, this is what's happening. So we'll keep you guys updated as they update as the situation goes on. I mean, there's really nothing much to tell until.
It's very exciting. We are going back to the moon. I personally think we should have been doing this about 25, 30 years ago, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. And it is exciting shit, and we do need to be doing stuff like this because there are places within our solar system that
source.
Yeah, well, there's places in our solar system we have yet to explore. And we don't know what shit's going to be going on, down the road. So it's not a bad thing to have an idea what's in our neighborhood. But space is a very big place, and it's a very scary place. And there's all kinds of shit that they have to account for. Sending people to the moon and back safely is like a military operation times 500. Yeah. I mean, like legitimately, like times 500. It's like every last bolt and switch, every last thing has to be accounted for. Contingency plans for the contingency plans. Like you got to find the right people. All that shit. Go ahead, John.
I wonder what they're doing right now because we don't know what's happening at this moment over there.
I'd be taking pictures.
Yeah. That's part of the mission. They have to take pictures.
My understanding is like I was kind of a space nerd when I like in my early days, early youth. But my understanding is all the astronauts that went on around the dark side of the moon said that the stars look like fucking crazy because there's no.
They were saying that. They were also saying that the colors. They were saying that there's a lot of colors out there, and that they were saying that there was at one point I was watching the broadcast and the female astronaut that's up there was saying that when she was looking at the Earth, that the Earth was putting out a bigger light than what they were seeing from the moon, and that it was incredible. And they were talking about that. They were talking about Victor Glover, the head astronaut, I believe he is, was talking about. Oh, what was he saying? That he saw that when looking directly at the moon, that he saw like blue and brown, brown and green hueish spots on it, and it's very interesting, because now we're only 2 years away from them actually landing on it.
Yeah, this is basically a test run for the landing, because they're gonna have to have a landing module very similar to like the Apollo missions, and they're gonna have to have a lunar module that's still circling the moon while they're also down on the moon. Yep. So by going around the dark side of the moon right now, what they're doing on this mission is it's basically a test run. For can we loop ourselves around the moon before heading back to Earth? While next time, obviously not this time, and next time there's going to be a section of it will detach and go land on the fucking moon. Yeah. While the lunar module will stay in orbit, basically. Around.
Yeah, and I think the plan is to kind of like loop it around and then like throw it back like a rubber band in a way, right?
Ish, yeah. They absolutely in space travel they absolutely use what they would call like a gravity slingshot. Yes.
Because I know that's what they're talking about with Mars. That's how they want to do it. Mm-hmm. They want to, because the big plan for the moon is to harvest helium-3. So that they have
until they find the next thing that they need, and we'll find a way to harvest that shit. But we'll already be there. You know what I mean?
This is what throws me off though, because like they just announced that the rocket that's going to Mars is going to be nuclear powered, which, if you ask me, when really thinking about it,
makes perfect sense.
I don't think there's any other way, because fuel. If you think about fuel consumption, how much can they carry that they can actually use?
Correct.
And I think and
that's a big part of it. And then if you wanted to use like what was that show we watched, For All Mankind?
Yep. Oh, and it just came back with season 5
when they came out with those big giant solar arrays to catch like that takes a lot of space. That also takes a lot of space. And if those things get damaged,
and a lot of weight.
Yeah, and if those things get damaged, so like to me, as far as technology we have right now, nuclear power, once you get your rocket blast out of our atmosphere, once you're actually in space, you can like flip a switch and go over to nuclear and use nuclear power for like thrusting and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would make a lot more sense.
I think it does make more sense, because again, like we said, weight distribution, space. All they need is a couple rods or whatever they need, or however they're doing it these days to keep it stable for it to be used as energy.
I don't think people realize quite how far away, like, not only we are from the moon, but how far away we are to like Mars. If we're going to try to like land on Mars, people don't realize how long and how far that fucking trip would actually take.
I think it's a few years.
It might. I'm pretty sure it's like in that vicinity, because like you're not coming back for a long time. You are not coming. It's far.
They're saying approximately 6 to 9 months.
Is that one way?
One way.
Okay, so about two years.
So we'll say 2 years roughly.
2 years round trip. We'll call it about a 2-year round trip, because you're gonna have to fucking do shit when you get there and blasity. We'll call it about 2 years.
So, it's also saying here, missions typically travel at specialized times known as launch windows. So if the launch window says they have a launch window where every 26 months to ensure the shortest distance.
That's a thing too. That's when they launched the Voyager probes. They had
nuts.
They had a window, because both of the Voyager spacecraft used planets in our solar system to slingshot out of the solar system. And I think they might have even used multiple planets, like to continue slingshotting, to get like up to their speed and like out of the solar system. So it's from the dungeon fucking with us again. He's fucking with us, isn't he?
I don't know if he started smoking meth or if he's fucking with us. Yeah, they are out there.
That's more of a side effect of I'm gonna go
heroin,
with acid.
What about brain damage?
I think if you took acid, you would definitely 100% no. Oh, I mean, that's because you're jaded, D. That's because you're jaded. But we're up there. It's just, this is my thing about it. The United States, okay? Our great grand country, America. Okay? We have lied and held back about so much shit for so many times. NASA is a privately funded company with scientists. And I don't think that this country could afford to lie about anything else anymore. And if this was a lie, woo!
We didn't lie about it the first time. Like, we didn't need to. Like, if you want to poke the biggest hole you can ever poke in somebody who thinks the moon landing was a hoax, is like, then how come the Russians didn't call us out when it happened? Because they would have.
Yep.
They actually left. They left a basically like mirrors you can point lasers at from Earth on the moon when we landed, and they're still there. There is third party evidence for the American moon landings from at least 6 different countries right now. You can look it up on the internet.
And on top of that,
because all the countries that followed us have taken photographic evidence of the shit we left.
And on top of that too, India. I think they're one of the more recent countries to land a probe on the moon.
That's correct.
As of recently, and
that's where the call center is. That all the scam calls I keep getting from.
Jesus. Jesus. So is somebody going to say they own the moon now, or is it for everybody like Antarctica? Well, many other countries have gone to the moon already at this point, you know?
I don't think that's one we can really, like we planted our flag there, but that was more of just like, hey, we got here first.
We did it.
We did it. That wasn't claiming like the moon. It was literally just, it's for all mankind. For all mankind.
Yeah. Well, it's just funny because for all mankind, they went to the dark side of the moon too.
And from the dungeon to the aliens question, we'll figure that out eventually.
We'll find out in 45 minutes when they come back.
They come back, and it's like what was that movie with Lawrence Fishburne, Event Horizon? Like they come back from like the dark side of the moon, and it's like some Event Horizon shit, and like everybody's gone, like the spacecraft is just empty, floating, and then we have to like go do like a rescue mission, like board Artemis. You know what I mean? Like I could write like a whole story about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, you know, but yeah, from the dungeon. I mean, if there's anything that we have done, and when I say we as a human race, we go to space and we've gone to the moon. I don't think, you know, there is so much curiosity in that industry. Why would they not want to?
Yeah. Well,
I just want to circle back to the alien part though, because I've got a very strong thing with this. It might not be another planet in our solar system or a moon in our solar system where there's other life forms.
It used to be Mars.
Countless other fucking solar systems and galaxies out there, and I'm pretty sure they have fucking life forms in them.
What about other dimensions possibly?
Yeah.
Oh God, absolutely.
You're talking about.
There's a multiverse of fucking dimensions. Like, yeah, it's covered in comics and that stuff's all fiction.
Well, we don't.
The multiversal concept and dimensional concept isn't.
What's that?
You've seen the photos that the James Webb has put out there. We are you know, we are nothing compared to what those photos have shown us, you know? Like Squillini said.
We're not the only fucking life forms in the universe. It's our universe.
It's pretty goddamn big out there, and there's a whole lot of shit we don't know about. Like, you know what I mean? Like we've barely started scratching the surface. You know what I mean?
If anything, Mars, the life forms on Pluto are contemplating fucking killing us all for that travesty when they decided to tell us that Pluto wasn't a planet anymore.
Yeah, and going to Mars is minuscule compared to what other galaxies have probably achieved. You know,
it's possible. I mean, it's. You remember when I told you, as far as we know, with like the math and the physics that we have, like you can potentially travel forward in time, but you can't travel backwards. Okay, well, the multiverse theory has not officially been disproven yet. So there is
absolutely
there is a multiverse theory, and as far as we know, with the math and physics we have, it's a theory. It's not proven, but it is definitely not disproven either.
I feel like dreams have something to do with that.
I feel like a multiverse is more believable than fucking traveling backwards in time.
Well, which we've actually discussed problems with traveling back in time on this show before. One of the biggest ones. It would even be a problem traveling forwards in time, but a little bit easier to predict. When you go backwards in time, we're not orbiting around the sun like this, stationary.
Yeah, we're in an axis.
Yeah, we're on an axis, and the sun is traveling at a speed, and we're doing this around the sun as it's traveling. Okay, along with the other planets and the other, solar system stuff, right? So in order to go backwards in time, in whatever manner you found to be able to do it safely, you would have to be able to predict an exact spot in an exact moment in time and space that wouldn't put you either out in the middle of space or buried like 100 miles deep in the Earth's crust. Because it'd be like hitting a bullet with a bullet. I mean, you would have to be so precise, and you'd have to be within 10 feet probably. Yeah, and hope that the 10 feet is above ground and not below it.
Yeah, think of it this way: if you travel 24 hours to the future from now, you'll probably travel somewhere up in the sky somewhere and fall.
Yes, thousands and thousands of miles, John. Not
24 hours.
But see, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to calculate exact placement in the future than it is in the past.
That is true. That is
so true. You might land,
on Earth
20, 30 miles from where you took off.
You're gonna die.
if you're off by even a shred. If you're off by even a shred, even if you get the equation spot on to say, okay, this is where we will be in a week within our solar system, right?
Traveling around the sun, and you get it down to, you're only going to be able to get that down to, maybe a 10-mile fucking radius.
Sure.
Obviously, there's people that do math a lot better than I can.
Oh God, I'm not. I don't even attempt this kind of math.
If I were to try to attempt this kind of math, yeah, I'm gonna be at like the fucking core of the fucking earth, burnt to death.
Yeah, I'm
throwing it the fuck out there.
I can handle a lot of the concepts in my head, but do not ask me to put it on paper. Do not ask me to put it on paper.
Yeah. But I mean, you could land on a flat piece of ground on the earth within, 10, 20 miles of wherever it was that you took off from to go forward.
Yes.
Now, going backwards, that's going to be a lot trickier because then you have to look at a lot more fucking charts, more fucking astronomical data, because you have to calculate in exactly where, like, if I wanted to go back 6 years of my life.
What vehicle are you using? There has to be a vehicle. Like, we have to keep this bag of meat and bones safe for the journey, right? So, like, there's going to have to be some kind of a medium and a vehicle to pass through the medium. Would it be a vortex? Would it be a wormhole? But and then what are you going to pass through that thing with? Because something has to protect us. Otherwise, we're not going to. We'll probably come out like looking like a paint stain. You know what I mean? Like, that's where like time travel is really. But a multiverse, if you could just step through like a doorway in a multiverse, and a different multiverse that was almost identical to yours, just on the other side of the door, that would be more plausible to me, where you're stepping into the universe next door, basically, because that Earth is already in the same place and same position as the one you're leaving. So it wouldn't exactly be like time travel; it would be like dimensional travel.
So you guys don't think time is a man-made construct like birthdays? Well, it had to be found out, right? It had to be discovered.
Well, I think
the time had to be figured out.
Here's my thing.
That's how we mark. That's just how we mark stuff.
But here's my thing. What makes a birthday man-made, though? Like,
that's actually true. Because maybe like the first concept of it.
Well, I mean, the first concept of it, and like keeping vital records. Yeah, that's all man-made. But you always have a day you're born.
Well, yeah, or like
no matter what time of fucking
before they had calendars, they'd be like, you were a springtime baby. You were a springtime baby,
Yeah.
And that year there was a big snow the week after you were born, and that was the last snow of winter before spring fully came in. Like whatever. It's like that's I would have been a winter baby. You know what I mean? I was born.
I would have been a summer baby.
I was born smack in the middle of winter. You know what I mean?
So, but I mean, again, it's like, after calendars, which, yes, calendars are a man-made thing. That was kind of, but I don't really feel like birthdays are necessarily man-made, because everybody's always, for the entire existence of the human race, had a birthday, a day they were born. How it was tracked, totally different.
Yeah, look at that. They're back. Safe and sound. No aliens.
Integrity, we have you loud and clear. Tell me.
That's badass. That shit, man.
Houston, we have you the same, and it is so great to hear from Earth again. To Asia, Africa, and Oceania, we are looking back at you. We hear you can look up and see the moon right now. We see you too. When we burned this burn towards the moon, I said that we do not leave Earth, but we choose it. And that is true. We will explore, we will build ships, we will visit again. We will construct science outposts, we will drive rovers, we will do radio astronomy, we will found companies, we will bolster industry, we will inspire. But ultimately, we will always choose Earth. We will always choose each other.
There it is.
Talk about some motivational motherfucking shit right there.
Seriously, dude. Seriously. I got a little stirred up there for a second.
Yeah, if only I took that fucking public speaking course. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was a...
Makes me want to go out and fucking drop kick a fucking sack of...
Yeah, that was amazing. But yeah, there it is. They're back. They're fine. Look at the way that the wings are like. We did it, baby. They're back. But yeah, this is, just a what's the saying? One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Yep.
So I wonder how they're going to.
It's extremely inspirational. That is for sure. That is for sure.
It literally could bring a tear to your eye, man. Literally. So let's get away from this space stuff. How you guys doing?
Oh, hanging in. Didn't have much to report this week. Although I do have some sad news to report for all of my homies down in Southern Arizona.
Oh no.
Arizona made the Final Four, but on Saturday they played Michigan, and it did not bode so well for Arizona at all. It's not a very good showing. Probably the worst game they played all year. Looked like Michigan came in with a good game plan against Arizona.
Yeah.
And Arizona never answered it. They never had an answer. They started cutting into the lead like once in the first half, and I think barely like once in the second half, but it was never really in doubt. It was never in doubt. Like the game started like the score was like 10-1, and that was about as close as it got. That was about as close as it got all game. I think they came within 5 like once, but like it was 10-1 at the beginning of the game, and it never really.
Yeah.
Michigan never lost the lead. The lead was never in doubt. You know what I mean? It was just congratulations to Michigan. They will be playing here in a couple of hours for the national championship against UConn. Congratulations to all 4 Final Four teams, including my Arizona Wildcats and the Illinois Fighting Illini. It's a hell of an accomplishment to make it to the Final Four any given year. I was a little bit disappointed because my team up until Saturday had only lost twice, and honestly, I watched them play quite a few times this year, and they played good ball.
Y'all played your hearts out. Like they played their hearts out.
Saturday just kind of shocked me. Even if we had lost the game, I thought it was actually going to be more of a game. Michigan owned that shit. They own the court. They own the inside. They own the rebounds. They own the fucking 3-point shooting. Arizona couldn't get right fast enough, and they didn't. And they faltered.
Yeah.
And they fell hard, but that's March. I'm just happy.
Yep.
I'm just happy we made it, right? Like so.
Yeah, well, speaking of sports, the fucking baseball season's kicking ass this year. Lot of newer names coming out the woodwork, like this one guy from Chicago named Munetaka Murakami. The dude's slamming home runs. Like it's nobody's business. Shohei Ohtani's at his best. Aaron Judge is at his best. Mike Trout just got injured.
I think Bobby Witt's. I don't know exactly how he's doing. I haven't really kept up on the Royals the last couple of days, so I might need an update on them.
I got Bobby Witt in my MLB The Show team. He's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, the season's looking pretty good, man. I mean, lots of fun things happening with the season. We just had opening day here last Friday for the Yankees. Yankees are, I think, 7-2 right now.
Have you ever gone to an opening day?
No, never.
Interesting. Have you ever thought about it or wanted to?
Always wanted to. I've just, Yankee Stadium. Fucking expensive. I bet you money that a Kauffman Stadium opening day is half the price of what the New York Yankees opening day probably is.
Well, we could probably check those numbers, but like I would be interested to see those numbers because ticket wise, you might be right. Concession wise, I think it might be close. Concession
new stadiums rook you, man.
Well, dude, it's and that's one of the biggest. So, like, do you remember? It would have been it was last year. Obviously, I went to like 2 games, but there was the one game I went to with a buddy, and the second game I caught like a wild hair on like a fucking Wednesday night or something, and I was like, I got stir crazy in the house, and I was like, fuck it, the Royals got a game, so I Ubered my ass around the corner to the stadium, went to the box office, got a ticket, and just walked in and just sat down and watched the game because I just wanted to get out of the house. But I mean, I only went to one game last year. If that gives anybody kind of an idea, like, because if you go to a ball game, I mean, we're not even talking about tickets, like, not even counting the ticket prices. Like, if you go to a ball game, like, expect to drop about $100 minimum. Expect to drop about that's minimum. That's off the top. That's off the top. Yeah. $100 minimum. That's if you only get a couple things to eat and a couple things to drink, right?
Yeah, because we know water's $5 at the fucking stadium. So,
dude, when I see tall cans at the stadium, at both stadiums, like going for like $16-17, I'm like scared.
Yeah, man.
That shit's scary.
It's something else. It's something else, man. But yeah, it's looking good. I'm excited for the season this year. Very excited. What about you, Squillini? You got a new truck, man?
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, just fucking like usual work.
We've been
trying to stay home.
I think all 3 of us have been kind of like settling into like a little groove. Like not stuck in a rut. We're not talking about being stuck in a rut. We've just all been kind of like everything's kind of like the dust is kind of slowly settled a little bit from like shit that's happened in the last 3 to 5 years or whatever. You know what I mean? And we're just kind of like. We chill a lot now because what do we got?
$25 to $30 for a 16-ounce. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Insane. Well, $16 or $17 is fucking insanity, fucking too. And now, mind you, I do think at Kauffman, I think you get 24 ounces for that. But that's still a fucking ripoff. Ripoff. You know what I mean?
Think I don't drink beer.
Dude, you're lucky actually, because like it is pretty tasty, and if you like it, like it's like even if I'm at a ball game, you want more than a few.
It's
like, man, I'm at a ball game and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to pay like $20 for a freaking beer, but fuck it, fuck it.
Yeah, but yes, Squillini, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, got the new truck. The wife's kind of she likes the truck. She's kind of annoyed because it's already turned into a new hobby for me. Adding shit to it, doing some stuff to kind of make it look a little bit nicer and shit. We just got it. I mean, the reason I wasn't here last Monday, I'm not sure if you guys spoke on it. I didn't fully go back and rewatch the episode. But we picked it up last Monday, and after getting it, I've already put around like $400 or $500 into the fucking truck on accessories and just some shit to kind of make it look a little nicer.
Yeah.
What you get, Joe? A Ford or a Nissan?
Neither. Fuck that.
A Chevy, a Dodge,
fucking Toyota.
All right.
Toyota.
Yeah, all right.
Toyota's good.
Well, I mean, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law work at the Toyota dealership.
Yeah.
And we got a good fucking deal on a 25 Tacoma. Let me do the share. Oh, where's our there? So yeah, I mean it's.
I like it.
It's nice.
So I mean, some of the things I've done so
Gracious.
far is, like the badging on the side here. I put blackout overlays on it, so it's not chrome anymore. Put some seat covers in today. The way the seat cover thing came to be, the father-in-law actually, he picked up some seat covers for his new Tacoma that he just got, and then he didn't like the blue color, the blue in the seat covers, because his truck's already a blue, and it just didn't. The two different colors of blue clashed. So he was like, if you want them, so I don't have to send them back and pay the money to fucking ship them back to the fucking seller and everything, you just pay me what I paid for them, and you can have them. So, put the seat covers in, added a few little extra accessories on the inside. Still got to add the truck bed cover and some the running boards to the outside. And then August is going to be the next really big purchase that we're kind of saving up for already. We're going to put on the upgraded rims and wheel package, because it's like an additional $1,800. And
Nice.
I didn't feel like fighting with the dealership to get that included into the fucking deal when we bought it. I was like, I can afford $1,800 in a few months.
Yeah.
I'll just
Nothing wrong with that. Take your
save up
time.
the fucking money and pay it outright versus
I got a couple.
adding it to the fucking car loan.
I got a couple of smallish home projects around my house that I've noticed, and I'm like, okay, I could do this, but each one of them is going to be a fair enough amount of money where it's like
Little pocket burner. Yeah.
well, in other words, I can't do it all at once. I can do one here, one here, one here, one here until they're all kind of shored up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, and that's the other thing. We've got some stuff that we're doing around the outside of the house and shit too. Like our fucking flower beds, our landscaping right in the front of the house. I've got to pull all that mulch up and shit, put fresh mulch down because it's old. It's starting to it needs to be fucking redone.
I've got some outside stuff that I've really been.
And that was kind of the inspiration, because when we went to look, initially we were like, oh, we'll just go back into an SUV, like a mid-size or a full-size SUV, like a Toyota Highlander or a RAV4. And then I was like, you know what? The more I think about it, we really could use a fucking truck right now. We've got all this shit we need to do outside. Yep. I'm going to have to go fucking get,
They're convenient.
truck bed or two of fucking mulch. Having a truck's going to be fucking nice.
Well, and when you get done with all the freaking shit, if you don't need a truck anymore, you trade the motherfucker back in. You know what I mean? And
then that's also why we went with Toyota, because Toyotas, all cars depreciate in value the second you drive them off the lot.
Well, right.
Now the thing is, though, Toyotas hold their value more than most other cars.
They're known to be fairly reliable. They're
the 300, 400,000 mile fucking cars. As long as you keep the maintenance up on them, they will fucking go and go and go and go. Because, we went to trade in our Kia to get the truck. We currently now have two vehicles because the Kia depreciated so much in value in the 2 years we've had it that it's only worth $10,000, and I still owe $30K on it.
Fuck that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I was just having a conversation today about.
So it just, we have two vehicles now. So we've got the smaller, more gas efficient vehicle for if we need it. The only issue is the transmission starting to go on it. And a new transmission for it is fucking $15K.
Might as well get a new car.
Yeah, that's the problem though. He still owes, and it's not going to get any trade-in value. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's literally it's that bad where it's like I'm still gonna have to pay for this fucking vehicle unless I let it fucking ding my credit and I do a voluntary repo,
Right.
which I don't want to fucking do.
No, absolutely not. No. Well, I was just about to say, like, I was having a conversation today with a friend of mine. Part of the reason I didn't replace my car is because I started shopping around for a couple months. Like, you guys remember when my car first went to shit? And then I was like, after a couple of months, I was like, you know what? I don't have that far to go usually, and if I do, I can rent a car for it. You know, like for the amount of stuff that I have, like it would cost me more money to have a car right now than to just sit here and have to take an Uber or get a ride to the grocery store. You know, once a month. If I need to go pay a visit to some family, I can rent a fucking car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's of no consequence. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. As long as you keep an active insurance policy, you keep your driver's license good, you know, where you live, you know, you can Uber to the store, you can Uber to the fucking bar. You've got some people, if you need to get somewhere and you can't get an Uber, you can call somebody up and say, hey, I'll give you 10, 15 bucks for fucking gas, whatever it is. You're saving a little bit of money.
I keep a small kind of like little circle around where I live in the KC metro, so it's fairly rare that I go outside of my little territory anyways. So it's kind of like if I'm staying this close to home while I'm here for at least for the time being, you know, like I don't have a reason. I'm not making a car payment right now. I'm not filling my car up with gas, you know, once every week or two. I'm not paying insurance on a vehicle. You know what I mean? I'm not doing, you know, regular scheduled maintenance like changing oil and rotating tires. Like that's all money I'm not spending right now just by not having a car. You know what I mean?
That's the other nice thing with this truck. So
I also have the ability to do it. I know that's not everybody's life, and that's not how it is for everybody too. Like I understand.
Well, and that's the thing. Like with our truck, I mean, I can do an oil change. That's not a problem. However, you know, because we went through the dealership that we went through, our first fucking 2 years of fucking oil changes are free.
That's good. That's good.
So it's just literally, I hit time for fucking service. I schedule an appointment. I go up there. My brother-in-law fucking does the oil change. I don't have to pay a fucking dime.
Well, it's like even when knowing how to change oil, knowing how to like change brakes, change rotors, stuff like that, you can know how to do it all day long. Do you have the time? Do you want to? Do you have the energy? Because like that's usually like I was a mechanic in the Army. I know how to do all that shit, but like, do I want to fucking sit there and like fuck around with it? No, probably not. I'd rather just fucking sit in the waiting room and wait for somebody else to do it for me.
Well, and that's the thing. Like when I was in my fucking, you know, teens and 20s and shit, I had no problem doing my own fucking oil changes, but also I had old fucking beater cars that, you know, I might have paid a couple $100 for, get some work on to keep them running good. And then I would just, you know, when I'd take a fucking weekend leave or something, I'd go to my fucking parents' house. I'd pull the car up on the fucking ramps and they're fucking in the garage there that my dad had. I'd fucking do my oil change. I'd fucking, you know, top off all the fluids. I'd fucking do that shit myself. Now, I have a fucking teenage daughter that's fucking always wanting to fucking do shit. It's just easier for me to fucking take it to the dealership and say, hey, I need you to do this, 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 and this. And fucking, you know, I might have to sit in a waiting room for 2 hours or whatever. But during that 2 hours, because I always schedule them during the workday, and then I just bring my fucking laptop with me, and I sit there and I fucking work while I'm waiting on them to fucking do it.
Right. Yeah. It is what it is.
It's like...
it's just more convenient. It's just more convenient. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
What'd you do this week, John? You do anything?
I got myself prepared for the re-release of Starfield tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'll be doing
re-release.
That. Yeah, it's so they you know how Cyberpunk had their whole 2.0 thing happen?
Yeah.
So Starfield's doing the same thing, and they're coming to PlayStation tomorrow. So I decided, well, the game is too powerful for me to play it and stream it on my PC. So I got it on PlayStation to pretty much play it fresh. You know, like I did the first day, and then when I go through it, I'll play it with mods again. But I'm excited to see some of the new updates. At least now, the one thing you could do is fly between planets now. Okay. Without fucking loading screens, which was a Bethesda staple. You know, which was the big problem with the game. But we're going to see. I'll have an update for you next week. I'll be streaming it on Twitch and on my gaming YouTube with some stuff.
I do got to say, in gaming news, like, I've been up GTA 5 Online's ass, like, the last few weeks. And, like,
I got to say, I checked it out on PS5, the PS5 version, and I was doing some of the police missions on there. Pretty cool. I didn't know that was on there.
So from you know my whole story with that game. Like, played it since launch. You know, I've quit on it. I've quit on that game multiple times for years at a time, in between playing it. But I've played the absolute fuck out of the game. They've definitely patched some stuff and made some stuff better in the what I would call like the online servers. They've made some stuff better. I would still give them some bad marks for, you know, when it's like artificially hard. You know, when you're just trying to like grind a mission and they make it like artificially hard. You know, that's kind of a Rockstar thing. And
my wife likes to do that to me every once in a while too. But you know, that's
right. Yeah. So it's not every mission. It's not all the time. But I would still deduct a little bit for that. But from the last time that I played online, this is after you and me knew each other, John. It was still kind of shitty a few years ago when you and me played a few times. It's like they've gotten it's better now. I think it's like way better now, where it's just like you basically do what you want to do in that game, and like I've almost reached my goal to where once I like lock down this last purchase that I'm about to make, I'm just gonna be fucking around and playing missions and, you know, going on.
What purchase is it? What business?
It's not a business. It's just a mansion. Just gonna get a mansion.
You're going for the mansion, huh?
I've already got nightclub, bunker. I've got five. Yeah. I've got 5 like illegitimate businesses, or 6. You know, 6 illegitimate businesses.
You dirty dog.
Well, the cool part is, like, once I get that mansion, I can shut all the businesses down and just
put everything there,
and just do the nightclub and the bunker, and like I'll be set for the rest. Like, I can literally just fuck around. Once I have that mansion, it's over. Like, it's over.
Yeah, I usually do the bail enforcement job. That's my favorite one. I don't know if that one's pretty cool. Other than that, my wife and I. So remember last week I was talking about a show called Jury Duty.
Yes.
So now I could actually explain it now that my wife and I have actually watched it now. We went in and dug into the James Marsden season 2.
Okay.
So James Marsden is one of the actors in the show. He's not the one getting pranked. Okay. So for a little context, right? Obviously everyone knows what jury duty is. So they set up this scenario where I guess they rent out the courthouse or something, or an area that they do court in, and they got the whole setup. They have a judge, they have the bailiff, they have, you know, the whole jury, the plaintiff, and the defendant and everything, right? And so they go through this whole ordeal about how this guy got super plastered at his job and ruined a bunch of T-shirts by pissing on them or something like that, and he printed the wrong thing, and that. I can't go into, if you're gonna watch it, I can't spoil this because the thing with the shirt was actually super hilarious. But each person is a personality, so at some point, like, you feel like you're watching The Office, right? Okay. Because it's filmed just like that. But every single person is an actor except one person, and that person has no idea.
They're just surrounded by assholes, basically.
That it's a fucking show, and that it's
they have no idea.
How did they make that happen, though? How did they get the person to be?
So we're up to the last episode right now. We've gotten to the reveal where they revealed to him, oh, this wasn't real. But the episode the last episode that we're watching now, which we're going to watch after the show, is them explaining how they did it, which they started off by saying that they put over like 5,000 ads on Craigslist and Indeed and all that stuff. And they went through a bunch of people and they picked this one guy to do it. And that they were super intricate with the whole process and made sure that nothing got leaked. There were no mistakes. And everything was improv. Like, even at one point, the guy who's getting pranked, his name is Ronald. I'll give you two instances. He's talking, James Marsden comes in, and he's looking at him, he goes, don't I know you from somewhere? And he's like, aren't you from X-Men? And he goes, yeah, you know, Enchanted, Westworld. He brings up these two shows, like, the movie and Westworld, like, so many times. And it's like, are you nuts? So he plays like, James Marsden is like James Marsden times 10. You know, he plays like an asshole actor, and like he really does a really. You could tell it's kind of like exaggerated in a way with him, but like everyone else is so pure. Like there was a moment where this guy was nervous. He was like, "Oh, I don't want to do this jury thing. What do I do?" And the guy Ronald, the guy who they're pranking, says to one of the actors, he goes, "Oh, you know that Peter Griffin thing where he said he was racist and they got him out of jury duty?" The guy was like, "That's a good idea," and like, yeah, and the plaintiff is an African American woman, and this little skinny 4-eyed white dude goes up on the thing to explain why he's not good for jury duty. He's like, I'm racist," and everyone's like, "What?" And the judge is like, "Who told you that?" And throughout the show, this guy's like, "I wonder what made me say that. Why did I say that?"
I'm gonna say like the scenario sounds pretty fucking hilarious. Yeah, absolutely sounds pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, every single person has a role to fill, and that's what makes it so interesting because everyone is a different personality. It really makes you feel like you're either watching a show like The Office, or you're watching a reality show with a bunch of insane people.
Right.
You know. Very, very, very good show. You know, but my wife are going to go back to the company retreat, and I think there's another season of it. And I'm almost certain that there's got to be like a UK version of this or something, because it's just too good. I don't know how long this show could last, though. You know, because the more popular it gets, you know. Go ahead, Squillini.
They'd have to change locations. They'd have to change.
Yeah, they'd have to move to different areas of the country, or shit like that. You talking about that makes me think we never talked about the end of Special Forces, because I finished it well before you, and you started like fucking a month before me.
Oh yeah, it was good. I don't remember anything that happened in it. I you know me, I soak in so much of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even remember, but they have it. I think they said that they're about to film season 5, but they haven't released the cast yet.
Ooh.
Yeah, not officially announced, but about to start filming.
Interesting.
It says while instructor Q hinted on social media about returning, no official cast or release date has been confirmed. So I mean. Now, if we look at the timeline, I think the last few times that the shows have come out have been like in the fall. So if that's the case, they're probably filming right now.
Yeah, which means we'll get the next season here soon.
Yeah. Or they filmed it already during the airing of the last one. Who knows? You know, but that would be a nice that would be such a nice treat. I
can't wait to see what asshole fucking celebrities they bring in this time.
You know, there was a list that came out. There was like a rumored leak list, and I saw David and again, take this with a grain of salt. This could be whatever, right? Because it was pretty. Like the two names I do remember was Aaron Hernandez's wife and David Boreanaz.
Okay,
who's David Boreanaz?
So David Boreanaz played fucking Angel in the show Angel back, like it was a Buffy spinoff.
Yeah, and he actually he's on the show called.
He played a Master Chief Petty Officer in the Navy SEALs in a show called SEAL Team.
Ooh, yeah. Navy SEALs.
Ooh. Yeah, it was like a I mean, what would you call that show? Like, what genre would
Actually,
you? Because they had
it was
from what I've
it was
seen,
a
they had some
military
dope
action
scenes.
drama. It was a military action drama. It was, I mean,
with a soap opera touch to it.
that was like one season that it had the soap opera touch, to be honest with you. And that was the worst season, and that was like season 3 out of 6.
I love both of you dearly. I don't know how you guys watch this shit. Like I know it's some of it's cool, and it's like you guys get enjoyment out of it, and goddamn more power to you. Because like
no, I find shit like this.
Television is made to be watched.
Here's how I do this, Jay. Here's how I do this. I'm sitting here at my desk working. I have a TV mounted to the wall over here. I turn on some fucking random show as background noise. And then I just fucking keep it on. And then my brain, because of my fucking autism and my ADHD, soaks in what's happening during said show while I'm not even actually fucking watching it.
I get it. It kind of baffles me because like when I'm watching something, I watch it, and then whatever that thing I'm watching has somewhere between 30 seconds and 5 minutes to freaking like.
What is the last thing you sat down and watched? A TV show.
A TV show?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like a sports game doesn't fucking count.
Oh
no,
God.
It doesn't.
Like an actual TV show, like.
Yeah, like a syndicated TV show.
Oh, I don't remember. I haven't watched. I don't think I've watched a single TV like I've rewatched Band of Brothers every year.
Rewatching doesn't count either.
Yeah, rewatching doesn't count either.
Oh, like you're freaking me out a little bit now because that's how much I don't watch. I don't remember the last. It would have been when I was with my former girlfriend, still living with her, and that was. I mean. It's been over 2 years. That's been over 2 years.
Actively, at any given time, I have 3 or 4 TV shows in my rotation that I'm watching. Not rewatching, watching for the first time. I've been watching. So right now, what I've been watching, and obviously John doesn't like Marshalls, but I'm getting into it the more we get into the fucking season.
That shit's whack.
But I'm watching Marshalls.
Whack.
The new season of Scrubs that just started.
Whack.
Fire Country.
I would, Gio, but I don't know where it is.
Sheriff's Country. And then the new season of Daredevil.
Okay, so to be fair, to my credit,
Daredevil's kind of whack too.
Both of you, but specifically John has turned me on to a couple of TV shows, and one of them became like my favorite TV show of all time. That was Dark. But it's been fucking years since I watched Dark. Because I'm pretty sure I watched Dark when I still lived in Colorado.
You should watch 4 years ago. Should watch the other one, 1899, that the same people made. The producers and the director, they made another show on Netflix on 1899. It was really trippy.
I don't have Netflix. But
then, like you,
we'll fix that.
Yeah, but then, like you, Jay, I have shows that are in my rotation that I rewatch. I just finished
Band of Brothers.
So Band of Brothers, Generation Kill.
Yeah,
those are my 2 military shows on my rewatch list.
Oh, guilty.
Now,
my military show is 6.
Which one is that?
That's the one on History Channel. What you say, baby?
But then I just got done rewatching Silicon Valley, which is
Silicon Valley is fucking goated.
Fucking hilarious. It's fucking goated. It's great.
What's that shit about?
6 seasons. It's a startup in Silicon Valley. It's a tech startup in Silicon Valley.
Stars Thomas Middleditch.
And it's got, it's TJ Miller is in the first 5 fucking seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know who any of these people.
Can I show a clip? I have to show.
Yeah. But it's a tech startup, and it's going through what it takes to get big in Silicon Valley, where all the big tech companies are, and all the headaches and fucking bullshit that tech companies have to go through in their infancy.
Okay.
the ups, the downs, the having other companies come after them saying, oh, what you're doing is actually already patented, or you worked for me when this was when this stuff that you're, it's properly pronounced silicon. People that say silicone are fucking dumbasses.
I guess I'm a dumbass.
There's a difference. Silicone. Silicone is what my fucking wedding ring's made out of. Silicon is what fucking the processors and fucking the CPUs and shit are made out of that run our fucking mobile devices and our computers.
So
and
Jay,
all the fucking technology in our fucking lives.
So Jay, check this out. So this is a few seasons in when like their company kind of like gets going.
Okay.
Check out this scene.
It takes a while to read.
Oh, this was season 5.
After every commit. I mean, they haven't, but
Wow, that audio sucks.
Uh-oh.
remarks. You know, it being the first day and all, just to set the tone.
Oh no, you got to watch.
Ladies and
Don't
gentlemen,
fast forward through
Richard
this.
Hendricks.
Come on, expand.
It's great to have everybody. And so many fun faces. We've got a lot of men and women here. And
Just wait, Jay.
we should remember that. So let's keep it clean. It's always a challenge to get it. I should probably more to say in a minute. I just have to go one second in my office, and then we'll conclude.
He just needs a second in his office, then he's gonna come back.
This is not the scene.
Everyone okay?
No.
Richard, I know money's tight, but I think I might invest in a modesty panel for your desk.
Oh yeah, you're looking for the fucking glass one. Where he fucking. So before this plays, Jay.
Yeah, let me look for it
Miller.
real quick.
You watched Deadpool, right?
Yeah, I've seen Deadpool. Yeah.
The bartender from Deadpool.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Sarcastic.
T.J. Miller.
Sarcastic asshole times 10. Yeah.
Yes, that's T.J. Miller, and in this show, he's also a sarcastic asshole times 10.
Surprise.
All right. So he's been the main character. Richard has been coding endlessly at for like days or something like that. And this is what happens.
It takes a while to read a whole commit.
They've been cheering after every commit. I mean, they haven't, but it's great.
I don't
So there's a little bit more. There's a little more backstory to that.
Yeah. So he was coding for a couple days. Yeah.
But
guy
in
got
an
IPS?
episode, no, he's a tech startup CEO that shouldn't be a fucking CEO. I'm gonna throw that out there. He has 0 people skill. He's like the typical. The best way to put it is that South Park episode where they made fun of the fucking Warcraft guy in his fucking basement.
Yeah.
He's that kind of tech person.
Okay. Well. Okay. There was like, but there was like, is the whole show about him, or like it's a bunch of other people too, or like
It's him and his initial team that founded
and they live in a house together.
They live in a house with him, and he's founded this this company. They're his initial coding group.
and he's all
TJ
like,
Miller owns TJ Miller's character owns the house, and he calls it a think tank. And he automatically, if you come up with a viable product, gets 10% of your company.
And he fucking brings in this fucking Asian kid named Jin Yang who doesn't know how to recycle the fish, so he throws the fish in the sink in the disposal, the sink disposal. Yeah. So he's throwing the fish inside the sink disposal, and then like, yeah, it's crazy. And then there's
later on, fucking he disappears, and then Jin Yang fucking fakes his death, gets fucking access to his property and all of his fucking assets, and just
this shit sounds off the rails. Like,
it is off the rails.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the thing that makes the show funny though is the fact that like it makes fun of all the big tech companies over there, specifically Google, because the main company there is
Amazon
and Amazon. That's right, because of the delivery service and the vans and shit like that, and the robots.
Actually, because season 5 and 6, Amazon acquires Hulu, which is the company that's making fun of Google.
Yeah, and Hulu, the guy who owns Hulu is like this fucking crazy rich degenerate fuck who takes blood infusions to keep himself young.
Which the funny thing is, the guy who is the founder of Hulu, you want to know who they're trying to make fun of with that one?
Oh, I already know.
Jobs. Fucking Steve Jobs.
Yeah, they even had to write a whole storyline because one of the actors died. You know who I'm talking about? Squillini?
Yeah. Peter Gregory, the guy that played Peter Gregory, actually died in the middle of all the fucking show going on.
In the peak of the show.
So they had to do a whole storyline where they killed off his character after he died.
Viciously, too.
Yeah, like fucking robots killed him on his fucking private island or some shit. It was
no. You know what's funny when Jared gets fucking stuck? He goes inside the automated cab.
Yeah,
and the fucking cab,
and then he ends up getting shipped to a fucking island in the middle of the fucking Pacific somewhere.
And there's no humans; it's all robots. And he's like, "What the fuck?"
And then you just fast forward like 2 episodes, and he's back, and he's got severe fucking PTSD.
Which one?
He was stuck on a cargo ship inside of a fucking cargo container for like 3 fucking months. And he gets out of the fucking cargo container, and the entire ship, no humans on this ship whatsoever. It's all AI fucking robots piloting and manning the fucking ship. And he's just stuck.
Yeah, and everyone's trying to figure out where Jared is, and no one knows where the fuck he is. He's just gone. Poor guy was sleeping in the garage with all the computers in there at one point too. Oh, what a show!
Jared was just fucking. He was a piece of work himself.
I liked him better in this than I liked him in The Office, even though he was funny, hilarious as Gabe in The Office. But this just just when they were doing like the convention and he was all hopped up on drugs and he went up to everybody trying to make him do the choice. He was like, which one? And he went up to that couple with the baby. He was like, these companies are trying to track your babies and all this stuff. And they're all like, get the fuck away from us. Really, it's a quality show. And then it ended in 6 seasons. So it was very short, nice run. It didn't,
and they ended it on a high note. They didn't wait to kill it off because viewership was going down. They just ran out of shit to do.
Yeah, and all the actors were doing big stuff too, like Thomas Middleditch, right? Thomas Middleditch right now, the guy who plays Richard. You know what the fuck he does now?
What?
He owns Commodore.
What's that?
The game system from your time.
Oh, really? Like Commodore 64?
Yeah, he brought it back. He brought back the Commodore 64, and he's also a very communal Twitch streamer as well. You know,
it was a very good community generation. You had Commodore and television, Atari. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Coleco.
I mean, let me show this to you real quick. It's actually kind of incredible. Here you go, Commodore.net.
Okay.
They got the original one right here. And then, like, the thing that makes this thing so special, too, it's got all the original pieces
Ports
along
on
with the original ports, along with obviously an HDMI, Ethernet, some USBs in there. But it's
That's
a
pretty
one
neat.
of one, dude.
That's pretty neat.
One of the first fucking computers right there.
Yeah, it's kind of cool too when you have, when you're someone like an actor or something, you got the money to dish out for something, to invest in something that can last. That was here generations ago, but that can last another few generations in the future. Me and Gio were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, how just important it is to bring stuff like that back and just keep the essence of gaming alive.
There's stuff that, excuse me, there's stuff that I had. I want to say like early childhood, going into like late elementary. Like some of that technology, like, hasn't really gotten any better or worse. It's just like it's still the same.
Yeah,
so, like we were already there when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of people don't keep landlines in their houses anymore, but it's like landline phones. I mean, like that was like, I mean that's a big deal as far as like technology wise.
Yeah. And people still use it, but you're right. It's at least what, a 2%.
Oh yeah,
households.
My internet provider keeps trying to fucking get me to fucking sign up for a fucking landline, and I'm like,
I have one. I don't use it.
I have family members that have them, but they literally keep them just in case like the internet goes out. Like that's where they keep them. They keep them for purposes of like if the internet goes out, like if my phone gets lost that day, you know what I mean? Like they have a phone in the house. That's basically that's the gist.
My thing is, so like with my internet provider, if I were to get their fucking landline, it plugs into my fucking internet router. So if my internet goes out, I don't fucking have my landline anyways.
Yeah, no. That's not That's not the kind of land. I'm literally talking about like a landline. Like you're not. You're not plugged. You are not plugged into the internet. Like
but see, most providers, like unless you never fucking disconnected it to begin with. Most of the providers now, that's how their fucking landlines work.
Oh, then I tell them to fuck. Dude, then we're gonna pirate some shit, dude. Like,
that's why I'm not paying fucking for a landline. Like,
where's Radio Shack? Where's Radio Shack? You know what I mean?
Also, there's only one left.
We looked it up. No, we looked it up, and there's like 2 in fucking Kansas City.
Yeah.
Or
really?
There's 2.
Yep.
There's 2 small electronic parts stores that have contracts with Radio Shack that still sell Radio Shack related equipment.
I think you can still buy shit off the website.
Their website is activated. It's still active, and you can order from them.
They got all kinds of cool shit back in the day.
Well, I mean, that's just like, fucking Finger Hut. Finger Hut's still a fucking thing. I'm not sure if y'all know that. That was kind of
I'm not so them.
You remember we had Sears Roebuck, which was, a catalog you could get and order shit from.
Sears, I know. Yeah.
But Finger Hut kind of came afterwards when Sears started doing more storefronts versus ordering from a catalog. And Finger Hut was a catalog where you could fucking order shit too.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Radio Shack's still around. It's just now web-based.
Yeah, they still got a lot of cool
Amazon
shit.
Of fucking electronic components.
Yeah, they still got a lot of good shit, man. I see the 2-way radios too. That's something I've been wanting to get into. I want to buy some ham radios and two ways.
Oh, I done told the wife one of the things I'm doing with our truck is I'm putting a fucking CB in that bit.
You should. I really, because if you get a CB and I get ham, would we be able to communicate?
I more want to get the CB so like when we're traveling to like Tennessee and shit, I can talk shit to the fucking truckers.
I actually wouldn't mind getting a CB.
Convoy.
Yeah, I mean, those things are pretty cool. Like the radio frequencies and shit like that. You can't go wrong with it. You honestly can't.
Even if you were to get a CB and I had a CB, as long as we got ourselves on the right frequency, we could fucking talk. Because I mean, really, it just works off of it's shortwave fucking signals, but the more antennas between you and the fucking person you're trying to communicate with, you can still communicate long distance with.
Yeah, that's why I'm really curious about ham radio. I've been really looking into them. They're not expensive, right? But they have these handheld ham radios now too.
Really?
Yeah, which are really cool. Let me show them to you. Actually, these are dual bands, but dual bands are still pretty good too. You know what I mean? I mean, if they're cross country and they work, why not?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I've got some two-way radios here at the house. I got for me and my kids back in the day. Nothing special, but I think they go up to like a mile. You know what I mean? So.
Here we go. $270. That's not bad.
Hell no.
Use that, get lost in the forest a little bit, you know? Why not?
You would still have to get a ham license to operate that?
I think so. Here in New Jersey, you need a fucking license for everything.
Yeah, I don't know about Missouri, but Missouri has some weird fucking laws too. Like I know for everything that we're like the Wild West on, they got some like weird ass fucking like we have like all kinds of crazy ass taxes and shit that like other places don't have. You know what I mean? Like there's all kinds of weird shit and like rules out here. Like I know what you mean. Like
it's something else, man. It's something else.
Really
so what else we got before we get out of here?
Oh. Did you guys see we got that fucking pilot out of Iran?
I did. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about this stupid ass fucking war real quick because
real quick before we fucking finish. Like
it's more of a conflict, but whatever.
It's kind of the elephant in the room, though. Like,
you know, it's like, you know, we don't talk about this that much, but when we do, it's kind of like we all. And I think, and we haven't even spoken about this offline, but I think we all could kind of agree, be all on the same page about what this issue is, and it's pretty fucking stupid. So I want to hear from the combat veterans themselves.
Before anybody says it, I'm just not sure if y'all have seen fucking gas prices lately, but yeah, that's what it's about.
Well, I think it was completely unnecessary, completely unprovoked. Like they can spin it however they want. I think they stuck our collective dicks in some deep fucking mud, and it's not going to be easy to get out. And it's not going. I don't think it's going to end as easy as anybody wants it to.
Not at all.
This is like. It's a bad look. Let me put it in the nicest terms I can. It's a really fucking bad look.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not just talking about oil. I'm not just talking about Iran. I'm not just talking about the Strait of Hormuz. I'm talking about like the petrodollar.
Open the fucking strait.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like the petrodollar. Like fucking like losing allies. You know what I mean? Like freaking like we're talking about shit that is gonna take decades to unfuck. Because of one fuck. Right?
Yeah. It's crazy too how like that one fuckery caused the one person to attack allies, you know, and it's like, what the fuck? Like
I don't know how much more people need to see to get it through that this ain't good for America and it's not good for the world. Even if you're the most isolationist American, it's still not good for America, and it ain't good for the world either. And like most, I would like to think most of us are not isolationists because we realize like we all live on a world. Okay, like yeah, we might have a country that we come from, you know, but we have to coexist with a world, right? On some level, and this is like global shit. And I don't think a lot of people realize like this is not going to be a fun ride. Like it's not going to be a fun ride. And
how long do you think it's going to last?
I don't know because I don't know how people haven't. Well, a bunch of generals got fired over the weekend.
Yeah,
they including one of my former division commanders. Like who was the army chairman. Like
also one of my favorite fucking generals that was in right now, General George.
Yeah, that was one of my former. He was when I was.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about.
When I was at 4ID, he was a division commander for a time when I was at 4ID because I was at Carson for 7 years. Okay, and at some point during that time that I was at Carson, he was division commanding general.
Yeah.
So I've served directly underneath that guy, at least in the chain of command. Obviously, he's way the fuck up there at that time, but but yeah,
you were under him in a way because he
was in my chain of command. If I went to the board and they said, "Give me your entire chain of command, starting with your lieutenant,"
you would go all the way up, and he would be the last one said.
Well, it would be him, and then the freaking chairman of the Joint Chiefs, whoever, unless he happened to also. Yeah, but anywho, but yes, that's. Yeah, but yes, he was in my direct chain of command.
It's funny that
he was
responsible. You're talking about your direct chain of command, and then I'm like one of my favorite generals, and it's the exact same guy.
Yeah, well, he's been around for a while, and like the dude knows his shit. Like he's not. He was an Ivy soldier, man. Like he was he was in charge of. I don't remember if it was the AO or something during. The outpost, Battle of Kamdesh, where like the two dudes got the Medal of Honor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, in the same like that, like in 2009, like that was 4ID. He was in charge. He was brigade. I think he was brigade commander then. I think he was full. I think he was full bird then. And like so, yeah, he's seen the shit, right? Like, but why did he get fired then? Is it because he told somebody something they didn't want to hear? Right?
That's typically what happens.
Sounds like. It's so disappointing too because like this didn't have to. I mean, this whole conflict didn't. None of them never have to happen, right? None of them. They just end up happening. For whatever reason, oil, gold. Pussy, whatever it is.
Somebody not releasing the Epstein files. I don't know. Like, whatever. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny that,
we completely forgot about that, too, you know?
It's kind of funny that, like, Bondi and, like, the Attorney General the Attorney General gets fucking fired, and these generals all at the same fucking time.
And Kristi Noem's husband's a cross-dresser.
I saw that. He's got some nice tits.
Dude talks so much shit about that community. Lo and behold, isn't
it shocking? A bunch of fucks end up being total fucks behind closed doors. Isn't that what a fucking shocker? Color me fucking shocked, right? Like Jesus Christ.
Who's that old fuck that looks like Tim Kennedy that keeps on saying he's gonna go to North Carolina and get our troops back? Who is that guy?
I wish a motherfucker would come to my state.
He's got white hair. Oh, what the fuck is his name? He's old as shit.
He's old as shit.
Yeah.
So are like 99.99% of all fucking Congress people.
But he's always on TV. Is it Soros? No, not Soros. Oh shit.
Oh damn. I'm not repeating that comment.
Oh man!
Oh my god! Like, oh my god!
Listen, They are fighting.
Oh my!
They are fighting some shit out there, and it's like I don't even know what to.
You know what? You know what I'm tired of fighting over? Other people's fucking bullshit beliefs, dude. I'm tired of fighting over that fucking shit. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that fucking much right now. Okay? Like I don't care what any individual believes. but if you force me into a fight over your bullshit fucking bullshit, like I get a problem, and I'm not just talking about one or the other or the other, okay? But there's three big ones, and as far as I know, they all pretty much believe in the same God, right? And like we're still fighting over this shit, and why? And why? Because somebody else fucking believes something different than you. Like, it's so sad. Like you said earlier, disappointing. It's so fucking disappointing, man. You know what's not disappointing though, and I gotta say this, because this was, we'll try to fucking spin a little bit of positivity before we freaking go into the final thought.
Yeah.
There was one thing. I've done 3 motherfucking tours in Afghanistan. There was one thing I could always count on, no matter fucking how crazy or bad or whatever happened that day. I knew one thing in the back of my head. No matter what happened, like, everything would stop if I went missing or if I got killed. Everything would stop. And especially if I was missing. In the military jargon, we call it a dust one. And John, you can look that up if you want the acronym. It's DUSTWUN, dust one. And if a dust one occurs, everything stops. Like the U.S. military will fucking make time stop. Like, we will fucking stop time until we know where the fuck that motherfucker or those motherfuckers are.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't play with missing in action. We can do KIA. We can do killed in action. We do not fucking play with missing in action. We don't like missing in action at all. We go
fuck that shit.
We go ape shit. And the fact that, like, even if it's bullshit and shouldn't be fucking fighting in the first place, the fact that, like, plane got shot down, like, behind enemy lines, basically in Iran, and they got both of those motherfuckers out. I don't know how they did it. I know they're telling. I know
that there was that they found one of them in a hideout or someplace, something like that, right?
I know they had to leave behind some equipment, like they had to blow. It's called bipping. It's called, like, where you blow it in place. They had to bip some stuff, but they got them. They got, as far as I can tell, they got them all out, and there is something to that. When I was serving, when I was active duty in the Army, and especially when I was downrange in Afghanistan, I knew no matter what happened, motherfuckers would not stop, and they would even stop time to come find me. If it was that bad, everything would stop. The whole world would stop until they knew where the fuck I was. And like that I could take heart in. Like, we have some bad mamma jammas. We have some bad motherfucking mamma jammas in our services. Okay, multiple services. We got some bad mamma jammas. I got to serve with some of them. Okay, and that's some real ass shit.
You know what's crazy? When you type in the word dustwind on fucking on Google, Bo Bergdahl shows up.
Yeah, that is a dust one. Yeah. What's the for everybody? Give them the acronym. What it stands for, please.
Duty status, whereabouts unknown.
Duty status, whereabouts unknown. That's that. In other words, MIA. And we do not. We do. That's like fuck. That's
we
like
do not play with that shit.
That's like broken arrow shit, bro. Like, we don't fucking, like, none. Like, time stops. Everything stops until that problem is fucking solved that day. Everything stops. I'm talking the entire AO. The entire fucking AO stops until that fucking problem is solved. We don't fucking.
I'm sure you've encountered that a few times during your. At least once. I've been in some experiences. At least one experience, if you want to call it an experience. I've had at least one on all 3 of my tours. At least one on all 3. People. I was going to say. People died on all 3 of my tours. Not necessarily our people, but there was a couple of our people that did die on my tours. Like, it's one of those things where, like, it's fucking war. It is fucking war. And if you haven't seen it, if you haven't experienced it, I'm glad you haven't. I'm just fucking glad you haven't. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other side of that coin is, you fuck with one of my people, we're going to fuck you back.
We do. And the fact that we will. I mean, look at the Russians in Ukraine. They don't even give a fuck about each other. You know what I mean? They fucking like there's video online of, like, Russians murking each other. You know what I mean? Like, because, like, they can't get them out, and they don't even try. Like, this was for just one of ours. That's how much we care about our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how much we care about our own, and there is something definitely to that. Like I said, I knew no matter how bad shit got, nothing, like they would stop everything to make sure, like, either I was found or my body, my parts were found. Right? Because that's what we do. That is what we do.
You have water in the car? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Well, let's get on to our final thought then. It's the best part of the night, some would say, because then they don't have to listen to us anymore.
Oh, right.
You know. But yeah, what do you? Who's got it this? You know what, Squillini? Why don't you take it? Why don't you take it since you weren't here last week? We had Gio do it.
All right. Well, I mean, we're at that time of the episode, like we were just talking about, you know, losing those we know and love and cared about, our brothers and sisters overseas. And then also, you know, the immense amount of manpower that goes into when one goes missing. Let's focus on the staying here part. Let's focus on making sure we're back in 168 when we have the next episode. Let's focus on not giving into the voices, giving into the people saying you're not worth a damn. People saying the world would be better without you, because fuck no, it wouldn't. This world is what it is because you are here with us. You tune in to us week in and week out, whether it's while we're live, after the fact with the recordings. We strive to provide quality entertainment. We strive to provide motivation for you. All of anybody that listens, anybody that watches, we provide for y'all. We make sure we are here every week, 365, to be what our community needs, what the veteran community needs, what even the civilian community needs, because there are civilians out there that have lost, that have gone through heartache and triumph and tribulations, and that are suffering also alongside us. So if you feel like it's the end of the line and there's no looking forward, you can text or call 988. You can also dial 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. With that, that is the National Suicide Hotline. They have licensed specialists available to listen, provide resources, get you the help you need. That way you're still here with us tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Some people ask for 24 hours. Some people ask for 2 days, 3 days. We ask for a whole week. If we can do it, so can you. And if you need anything and you don't feel like reaching out to the hotline, reach out to a friend, a family member, someone you can confide in that's just going to be there, be a sounding board for you. Reach out to one of the three of us. We're available. There's plenty of people out there that fucking care. Just don't succumb to the voices. Don't succumb to the taunts and the depression and the feel like there's nothing left. Because there is. There's always something at the end of that tunnel. Today might be a hard day, but tomorrow might be easy. Don't give up.
I fucking love it. I fucking love it. Thank you, Joe. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Well, guys, you already know where to find us. Same bat place, same bat channel. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, morning rips. Thursday night, 7 p.m., JM and Diggs. Saturday night, 7 p.m., BRVG. And then, of course, your favorites, DD214 Network. Come by for more shenanigans. We have lots of things happening, as always. I hope that you guys have a great evening. Dave, Squillini, you can close it off and say goodbye to them before we go.
I hope everybody has a good week. I definitely look forward to seeing you guys next week. Enjoy the springtime. It is April. We just passed Easter yesterday.
Yep. Easter was yesterday.
Springtime is here. Enjoy it. Go have some fun. Go get laid. Freaking be responsible. Okay, get home safe. Freaking do your thing, kids. Just do it.
Wrap it before you tap it. Don't drink and drive.
Yep.
If you're gonna punch someone's lights out, just think about the consequences before you do that.
Don't add to or subtract from the population. You know what I mean?
If you end up in jail, make sure to assert dominance right away. That way, you don't become the one being dominated.
Right. Yeah. And as always, guys, make sure you drink your favorite beverage, not affiliated.
Everybody sing! Your mama straight up to the stove. Tell that bitch to bring home a fake coat.
Hip hop for me. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.
Guys, be good.